Google and Accenture. Okay. So let's go with Google. Okay. So we got more answers for Google. So let's try to create Google, guys. Okay. So you can see here the installation is completed. Configuration required. Installation succeeded on B42 AD. Okay. So we just completed the installation, guys. We haven't configured it, right? So let's try to configure the Active Directory. Just close it. Once installation is done, just close it. Go to your server manager again. You can see the flag symbol, right? Flag symbol. Just click on this flag symbol. You will get one option, promote this server to a domain controller. I told you, right? Domain controller usually for Windows Server 2008 or 2008 R2, you will call this as a DC, domain controller. From Windows 2012, we'll call this as a ADDC, Active Directory Domain Controller. Okay. So just click on this domain controller, Active Directory, both are same, guys. Just click on this, promote this as a domain controller. Now you can see this window. You will get the Active Directory Domain Services Configuration Wizard. This is the configuration wizard, guys. You can see here. Now you have to add a new forest. As you are creating domain for the first time, you have to select a new forest. So terminology is somewhat different. Forest, in the forest you will have trees, right? In the same way, domain is a kind of forest. Okay. As how we are having trees in the forest, in the same way in this domain we will have servers and resources. Okay. So click on add a new forest. So let's go with Google domain, guys. google.com, google.com. This is my domain name. So can you tell me what is the FQDN name for AD? I want full FQDN name for AD machine with the domain name.
Computer local computer name / dot google.com. That is got
Correct.
fully qualified name.
B42AD, computer name
Yes.
is B42AD dot google.com. If you want, you can see, guys. Okay. So go to the this PC properties. As of now, you can only see B42AD. Okay, B42AD. Once computer name, once you configure the domain, you can see B42AD dot google.com. If it is Microsoft domain, B42AD dot Microsoft.com. Infosys, B42AD dot Infosys, B42AD dot Infosys.com. Whatever name, whatever dream company, already you people are working in some of the companies. Try to keep your company name so that it will be like you are working with your company servers. Okay, so you're working for Infosys, B42AD.Infosys.com, or Accenture, B42AD.Accenture.com. So like that, whatever company your dream company is, or if you're working for any company, just try to give the name, okay, of your company, guys. Okay. If you want Amazon domain, B42AD.Amazon.com. Okay, so you have to give the root domain name. My domain name is google.com. Go to next. And you have to do all these things only in the AD machine. Don't do these things in the node 1 or node 2. Only in the AD machines you have to do these things, guys. Okay, your Windows versions are okay. Forest level is 2012 R2 only, so no need to change anything here, guys. Keep it as it is. Seems my Active Directory machine is too slow. And guys, keep monitoring your resources. If any resource go to the 100%, make sure you are controlling it by just killing or ending the unused processes. Okay, sometimes you can see some SQL servers or else some other third-party tools and all might be running, okay, in your laptop, which will cause okay, slowness of your machine. In case if you just open Google Chrome and all, okay, so close the Google Chrome and all so that your machine will be at least somewhat fast, guys. Okay, right? So you have to give the domain password here. Again, don't give different password. I'm giving my regular password only, guys. So choose the strong password, give the same password, guys. Don't give different passwords in different scenarios. I'm giving my default password. Okay, go to next. That's it, guys. You will give domain name and domain password. Nothing we are going to do here. Okay, go to next again. NetBIOS name, google.com is the domain name. Google is the NetBIOS name. Microsoft.com is the domain name. Microsoft is the NetBIOS name. Backward compatibility. You don't need to type anything. Automatically it will pull. Okay, you can see here Google. Okay, so like this. Infosys.com is your domain name. Infosys is your NetBIOS name, guys. Go to next. That's it. Don't change anything. Okay, keep it as it is. Next. And this is the final screen, guys. Next. And finally, it is preparing one query on command. If you are using 4 GB machines, 4 GB RAM machines, you can practice in the Azure VMs. Whatever I'm doing here in the Oracle VMs, same thing you have to do it in your Azure VMs, guys. No change, only giving addresses, IP addresses. And the second thing is changing the computer name. Okay, only these things you have to take care. Remaining everything is same. Yes, please.
How much GB you gave for this
For all the
B4280
VMs,
machine?
I gave 2 GB, 2 GB, 2 GB. Okay. Just click on install. You can see here all prerequisites check passes successfully. Click install to begin. Just click on install. Okay. Just 2 GB. As I'm having 12 GB, guys, my machine is 12 GB running with 12 GB. So that's why I gave 2 GB, 2 GB, 2 GB. If you're running with a 8 GB, as I told you, right? Give 1 GB for Active Directory, 2 GB for Node 1, 1 GB for Node 2, guys. We'll mostly will use Node 1 very regularly. So for Node 1, or at any time you can change it, guys. Now I am doing lot of activities on Active Directory. Give 2 GB for Active Directory, 1 GB for your Node 1 and Node 2. Once your Active Directory is configured successfully, okay, then change the RAM. Give only 1 GB for Active Directory and increase the RAM of Node 1 to 2 GB. Okay, you can change the memory settings at any time, but the system will be turned off. System means not your laptop. The server will be turned off. Okay, from where we can change the RAM settings, go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay, go to the settings, machine settings. You can see where is that system? Go to system page. Okay, here you can change it, but the machine is running, right? So that's why it was disabled. If you want to change, sir, I'm using 2 GB. I don't want. Why? Because once we configure Active Directory, mostly we don't touch the Active Directory. It will be there. We don't touch it after we creating the users groups and all. We don't touch it. Okay, so in that case, you can simply give 1 GB for Active Directory. You can change it. Initially, as you are doing configurations and all, it will be somewhat fast, right? So initially you give 2 GB, later you can change it to 1 GB, guys. Okay, so it will be enabled once you turn off this machine, then you can change it, whatever value you want, you can change it, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we practice it in local server? No, Srikanth. You can practice it in the local server, okay? But you cannot create Active Directory and all. Don't practice, guys. Whatever I'm doing, don't practice in your local machine. Your machine will be corrupted. Create VMs, okay? And whatever I'm doing, what are the precautions I'm following? Do the same thing, guys. Don't do anything in your local VMs. Okay, it won't work, and there might be a chance your laptop might be corrupted, guys. Okay, so if you are using local machine, you don't have enough RAM, skip this topic. Skip Active Directory topic completely. If you are okay with the Azure VMs, you can go with Azure VMs. If you are not okay, you don't have credit card, you don't have 8 GB RAM, then completely skip this topic. Don't touch Active Directory. Tomorrow onwards, I'm going to install SQL Server and all, right? Today, if possible, I'll try to install. If not possible, tomorrow I'll install SQL Server. So tomorrow onwards, you can install 2 instances in your local laptop and you can practice. Okay. If you are having 4 GB RAM, you don't have credit card for Azure account, they can skip Active Directory topic. But it's always good to practice with real time, guys. You don't get any real time experience if you skip Active Directory. Always my recommendation, go with Active Directory setup. And hardly you can invest 1,000 rupees to extend your RAM. 1,000 rupees in the OLX, you will get a good RAMs and all. Check whether your RAM is DDR3 or DDR4 before buying the RAM. Once you bought the RAM will have a lot of time. What is that, guys? Life. RAM will get a lot of life, guys. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years also will get it. Okay, so you can buy any second hand RAM, or why I have to go for second hand, I'll invest 1,000 more. Go for a new RAM. For 2,000 you will get a new RAM, guys. Okay, sir, can we practice it in local? Okay, done. So that is the answer, Srikanth. So the machine itself is rebooted successfully. Okay, once the Active Directory configuration is done, the Active Directory is rebooted automatically. So now let's let it come back. So I'll show you that FQDN name. We have completed these steps, guys. All the steps we have completed till now. Okay, we are pending with only sixth step. So what we are going to do to complete the sixth step? In the sixth step, we have two steps, guys. 6.1. Go to AD machine. Go to node 1. Okay. You have to do two settings. One is in the ncpa.cpl, you have to do ncpa.cpl. You have to add AD IP address. Okay. 6.2 step. Go to this PC properties. Node 1, this PC properties. Okay. You have to add the domain. Very simple, guys. Very simple steps these two are. Okay. So once the AD machine comes back, I'm going to show you these two steps. You have to do these two steps only in node 1 and node 2. These two steps you have to perform node 1 and node 2. Once this AD machine is back, okay, I'll show you the computer name, fully qualified domain name, the domain name and all. Right. Once this is done, I have to complete these two steps on node 1 and node 2. Once this is completed, that's it, guys. Active Directory configuration is done. Now what we are going to do once the configuration is done, I'll show you how to create groups in the Active Directory, how to create users in the Active Directory. Okay, I'll show you that as well. Yesterday we discussed it, right? Local user, local admin, domain admin, local group, domain group. So we'll discuss I'll show you the demo of those things. And if possible, if time permits, I'm going to install SQL Server on node 1 and node 2, guys. I'll create one service account also in the domain. Okay, so the Active Directory is back. Guys, you know, right, how to log into the machine? What keys
Yes,
we
sir.
have to
Control
use?
delete, sir.
Right control
delete.
plus delete. Okay.
Right control delete, yes, sir.
If you see this machine, I'm trying to log into this machine. Okay, so this was already logged in. What we can do? Let me pass this. Okay, this machine is locked. Imagine this machine is locked, guys. Okay. Now I want to log into this machine. I'll use right control plus delete. You can see only administrator here. Okay, you don't see any account, guys. What is this administrator? Can anyone tell me? Is it a local admin or
Local,
domain admin?
local.
How can you
Local
say it
admin.
is a local admin?
Sir, by default, show the administrator.
Okay, by default, it will show you the local administrator.
Uh,
So let me log into this local admin. Okay, listen carefully. Now I am doing in the Azure, this Active Directory, not Azure, I'm sorry. Active Directory. You can see here, guys. Now this is what admin?
Domain.
Domain
Domain
admin.
sir.
Why? Because domain
Domain
name
admin.
slash administrator.
Slash
I told you, right? Very
administrator.
powerful user. Very powerful user. Okay. So I'm logging into the domain admin account. Okay. So let's log in, guys. What password I have to give here? Can anyone tell me?
Strong
First
password one
initial
is
we had given, right? Right.
lower
Initially
one
means?
lower.
I mean in administrator password.
That is
Same
local admin
password,
password.
Same password, not right.
That is local machine password, administrator password. That is just administrator password. This is Google/administrator, right? Different account. What
Yes,
password
sir.
I
In
have to
flag
give?
we have changed, like that.
Password should be same, I think.
Correct.
Flag.
Not should be same. Just for practice, I'm asking you to give the same password. Okay. So here, what password I have to give while creating a Active Directory, while configuring Active Directory, promote the server as a domain controller. I gave the add forest. After that, next screen
Yes,
we
sir.
got password screen. Okay, I gave strong password. That password you have to give here to log into this machine, guys. Okay, as I'm
Yes.
giving same password, so you can use same password. That's why you don't confuse if you use same password and all. Anyhow, we are not going to manage these accounts in the organization. So again and again, try to give strong password, same password in all the scenarios. Again, if anyone comes back, sir, my password is not working, I can't do anything, I'll simply ask you to go with the Google. We can't do anything, guys, if you forgot the password and all. So be very careful. In case you want to give different passwords, of course that is your wish, but at least maintain an Excel sheet for which machine what password I gave, so that next time you can easily refer those passwords. Okay, so now this machine is converted into Active Directory, guys. So how can we say it was converted into Active Directory? First thing is check the computer name, go to this PC properties, check it whether the changes are applied or not. Right click, properties. Okay, so now you can see, right, b42.google.com, and the domain is google.com. Earlier it is work group domain, now the domain name is changed to google.com. Like that, if you are going to give accenture.com, it will be accenture.com, b4280.accenture.com, infosys.com, microsoft.com. Okay, so like that you can see the domain name. But node 1 and node 2, you don't see any changes. Still it will show you the same old machine only, old server name only. Okay, so let's go and check it, this PC properties. So you don't see any changes, guys. Okay, still you can see work group b42 node 1. Let's try to complete these two steps so that you can see the changes, guys. Okay, these two steps. What is the two steps, guys? What are the two steps? ncpa.cpl, we have to add a domain IP address. Okay, this is my node 1. Listen carefully. Node 1, go to ncpa.cpl. Earlier we have already go to the screen. Okay, go to this ncpa.cpl. Again go to the properties. Again go to the IPv4, double click on it. Now you can see, right, we gave static IP address in the beginning. Use the following DNS server IP address. Here you have to give your Active Directory server IP address, 10.10.10. What is my AD?
10, 100.
100. Okay, my AD IP address is 100.
చూడు ఈడ కాల్ చేస్తాను నాలుగు
Please mute it. Please mute it. Please mute it.
వీడియో కాల్ లిఫ్ట్ చేయి.
Okay, done. Fine, one step is completed, guys. One step is complete. What is the next step? Go to this PC properties. Go to this PC properties. Server this PC, guys, not your laptop, this PC and all. I am everything, every action I am doing in the server only, not in the laptop. Okay, change settings. Now again go to the same settings, go to change again. Here you have to mention, earlier you gave server name, if you remember this screen or not. Earlier you gave server name, this time you have to simply mention the domain name. What is the domain name, guys? google.com. My domain name is google.com. Give the domain name, complete FQDN name, just hit enter, guys. If everything went successful, it will ask you the domain username and password. Anyone remember domain username and password?
Google/administrator.
Yes, administrator. As you can see, domain is google.com. You can directly type administrator and the domain password, guys. If everything went successful, if you give correct username and password, it will be successfully added to the particular domain. Welcome to the google.com domain. Okay, if you click OK, now the server name is changed, b42 node 1 google.com. You can see here, once you added the server into the existing AD setup, it will go for reboot, guys. Close it. You have to restart the server, so close it. Automatically server will be rebooted. Okay, do the same things for node 2 as well. Go to node 2, check this PC properties. You don't see any change. You can see b42 node 2 only. So go to change settings. Before that, what we are going to
No,
do?
no,
Go
sir,
to
network.
ncpa.cpl. Okay,
Yes.
first try to complete this step. Why? Because it has to contact your network, this Active Directory, right? First try to complete this step. Ethernet,
Right click,
properties,
property, IP4,
double click on it.
property.
Okay, here you have to give
DNS,
10
10
dot
dot
10
10
dot
dot
10 dot
10 dot
100. Your
100.
Active Directory IP address you have to give here, guys. Click OK. Done. This step is completed. Next, this PC properties. Okay,
Change
go to
setting.
change settings. Go to change again.
Change
Select domain. Here you have to
Google.
give google.com.
Google.com.
Guys, listen carefully. Sometimes if google.com is not working, give the NetBIOS name, just Google. Google.com, sometimes some people will get the errors, google.com. Okay. So in such situation, what you have to do, just give NetBIOS name. NetBIOS name, you know, right? Remove the .com. If Amazon.com is your domain name, Amazon is your NetBIOS name. If you give Accenture.com, it is not working, it is throwing error. Simply remove the .com and give Accenture and try it, guys. Okay. Click OK again. Again, it is asking password. This is for node 2, right? ADMINISTRATOR, and the password is ... 123. Okay, so don't tell my password to anyone. Just you can see here, welcome to the google.com domain. Okay, click OK, and it is going for the reboot. Click OK again and close it. Go for reboot. You can see here full computer name is changed. Earlier you can see B42 node 2. Now you can see B42 node2.google.com, and the work group, the domain is also changed from work group to google.com domain. Go for restart, guys. That's it. Done. Active Directory is configured, guys. And if you go to my node 1, it was rebooted and it was come back again. And let's try to log in, guys. Now you can see two options. What is this user, guys? Is it a local user or domain user? Local admin or domain admin?
In this B42, this is the local.
Why?
Sir, B42 node 1, this is the computer name, na?
Correct.
Sir, this
Okay.
is the local.
So computer name / administrator always your local admin. Domain name / administrator is always your domain admin, guys. Okay. So let's try to log in as a local admin, right? So first time I'll log in as a local admin. I'm giving my password. Okay. So what is the next step, guys? Active Directory setup is configured successfully. Done. Everything is done. Once
Create
AD is
the user.
configured. Yes, correct. In the AD, I have to create the users, guys. Why we have configured AD? For creating users, groups, service accounts, every user is part of your AD, guys. Even your SQL Server service account also is part of the AD. So what I am going to do now, we'll create 3 users in the AD. We'll create one group. We'll add all the 3 users in the group, SQL DBA group. We'll create one more service account, one service account. Okay. So we'll use this service account for SQL Server installation, guys. So these things are pending. So we'll clear these things today. And if time permits, we'll install the SQL Server. It won't take much time. Installation is already we discussed it, right? There is no big difference. Only service account screen will be changed. That's it. So let's try to create all these things. Now this time onwards, any user you have to create in the AD only. You cannot create users. Earlier, while giving access to Ankam, I have created Ankam user in the Windows machine manually. By the time you don't understand what is Active Directory and all. Now it is somewhat clear at least. So now any user, including CEO, any user you have to create in AD only. Go to your AD machine, guys. This is my AD. Close all those things. So what is the shortcut, guys? Anyone remember what is the shortcut to open users and groups?
LUSR
MGR.MSC, right? So that shortcut won't work in the Active Directory, guys. We have a separate shortcut for Active Directory that is called DSA.MSC. Okay, DSA.MSC. You have to open this one, guys. Okay, right now you can see the domain name. Expand the domain name. Just check whether your computers are added or not. Go to computer section. You can see here, guys. Node 1 and node 2 are added in the domain, in my domain. Okay. So go to user section. Here I am going to create users, groups, service account, everything. Same process. Process is same. Only the shortcut is different. Right click new. I'll create 3 users, guys. Okay. Tell me what and all usernames it will be. Who want to works for Google? Who responded for Google, guys, in the chat? Tell me. I'll create users with your names. Who said Google domain? Praveena and Roja and
Subhani.
Subhania. Can we practice done locally? Right. Okay. Pravina, Roja, Subhani. Let's try to create 3 users with these 3 names, guys. Let me go with Pravina first. Control A, Control C, tab, 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 tab. Control V at google.com. Pravina at google.com. Pravina got job today and her account is created Pravina at google.com. Okay. Next, I have to give the strong password, guys. Again for Pravina. This is Pravina's password. Okay. Right. Don't select this option. User must usually in the organization it will be selected, guys, but we don't do it. It will be expired. Okay. Next, finish it. Let's try to create a Roja and Subhanina user. Okay. Roja, Control A, Control C, tab, 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 Control V. Roja at google.com. Roja also got job in the Google. Okay. Be ready for party, guys. 1, 2, 3. Uncheck this one and never expires. Okay, next, finish. And one more user, Subhani. Next, user Subhani. Control A, Control C, tab, 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 Control V. Okay, next, DBA. I told you my password, right? Don't reveal my password. Okay, user cannot change password. Password never expires. Next, finish it. Next, guys, I just created like that. I can create 100 users. Okay, as of now, mine is small company. Google is very small company as of now. So I'm having only 3 DBAs. Okay, Pravina, Roja, and Subhani. These 3 people are there in my DBA team, guys. So I want to team, right? I have to create a team for all these 3 persons. So I have to create a group. Right click, new, select group option. Third option, group. My group name is SQL DBAs. Okay, click OK. Done. Now what I have to do? Can anyone tell me?
Add the
into
member.
group, sir.
Very good. Very
Add
good.
all
Very
3
good.
too into
Double
SQL
click on
DBA
the
too.
group, go to member section. Now click on
Right.
add all 3 persons. Now listen carefully, guys. Now you can see the location is google.com. Okay, make sure the location is google.com. Why? Because you have created the users in the domain, right? So you have to give that particular domain only. Okay, if you have multiple domains, you have Google domain and Accenture domain. If you select Accenture here, and if you are typing Pravina and Roja and Subhani, you don't get the results. Why? Because you have created the users in the Google domain. You are searching in the Accenture domain. Listen carefully. Okay. So let's go to add these people now. I can add all 3 persons at a time. Roja, not Raja, sorry. Roja, semicolon. Okay. Pravina, semicolon. And Subhani. Subhani. Okay. Just click on check names, guys. If user is existed, you will get like this: Roja at google.com, Pravina at google.com, Subhani at google.com. Let's go with one person. I'll add those who are not there. I'll try to add it. Okay, let's go for Sanjeev. Sanjeev user is not created, right? So if I go for check names, I'll get name not found. Okay, so cancel it. Let me delete it. Click OK. Now these 3 people are added, guys. Pravina, Roja, and Subhani. Click apply and click OK. Done. Now in my SQL DBA group, I have 3 persons. Like that, if you one more person joined to the company, Sanjeev joined to the company, what people will do, you know, what Windows team will do? Once Sanjeev joined the company in the Google, first they will create user for Sanjeev. Okay, Sanjeev, Control A, Control C, tab, 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 Control V, Sanjeev at google.com. Next, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Done, done, and done. Next, finish it. Next time they just created Sanjeev user. What they will do, you know, simply they will double click on it, groups, members, add. This time they will add Sanjeev. That's it, guys. This is the only step. These two, how much time it took? Tell me. How much time it took, guys? Hardly 1 minute. For this thing,
Yes.
they will take 1 week to 1 month to give you the access. Only this thing they are going to do. Of course, they will be waiting at a approval gate. Okay, so there might be a lot of challenges and all. But once got approvals, this is the only thing they are going to do. Now in my team, I have 4 DBAs, guys. Chalo. Let's create one account for service account. Okay, new. That is also user account only. It will act as a service account. So I'll give different names: SQL underscore SVC underscore service account, right? ACT. Okay, this is my service account name. Usually service account names will be like this in the organization: SQL SVC ACT, SQL PRD SVC ACT, okay, SQL STG SVC ACT. Like SVC means a service account. Okay, Control A, Control C, tab, Control V. Okay, this is my service account. Next, and I am going to give the password for my service account, a strong password. See how many passwords I gave till now. So that's why please don't give individual passwords or okay, dynamic passwords. Go for a strong static password. Done, guys. Now everything is done. I have created users. I have created groups. I have created service account. Now again, till clustering, we don't touch this Active Directory. Why? Because I told you that Active Directory is only for creating the users and all. We have created users, we have created groups, we have created service account. What is the need to touch it now? We don't touch it. Tomorrow onwards, we don't touch Active Directory. But of course, your Active Directory should be up and running. Then only users are able to access the servers. Okay. Chalo, let's go to my server. If you see here, lusrmgr.msc, lusrmgr.msc, this is my node 1, guys. Check it carefully. In the user section, who are all there in my user section, they only can connect to my server. Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? So let's, Sanjeev is not member of this user section. Roja is not member of this user section. Praveena, she is not a member of this user section. Who else? Subhani is not a member of this user section, but still they are able to log into the server, guys. Still they are able to log into this server. Chalo, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, just minimize it. What I'm going to do, input, I'm going to first log the system. Okay, I'll log it, guys. Okay, now let me log into this machine again. So now you can see this is local admin, right? I don't want to log in as local admin. I want to log in as a Subhani. Okay, so go back, switch user, control delete again. You can see other user, right? Click on other user. Now let's try Subhani. Directly if I type Subhani, okay, so you can see google.com. Google is the domain. So guys, if you don't get Google, sometimes if you're getting node 1 and all, try to type like this, Google/Subhani. Why? Because I have created this user in the Google domain, right? So my domain name / my username, okay, and password. This is how we logged into the servers in the real time, guys. Agree? Sanjeev, correct? Is this correct?
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
So while logged into the server, make sure you are giving proper domain name. That's why I told you, you will have multiple domains in the organization. Okay, if you are supporting multiple applications, you will have multiple domains in the organization. In such situation, you have to give your own domain name. So if you are a member of Google domain, if you are trying to give Accenture/Subhani, it won't work. If Accenture/Subhani is already there, it will work. If Accenture/Subhani is not there, it won't work. So guys, depends upon your support, depends upon your work and responsibilities. They will give you access on multiple domains. Okay, so be very careful while logged into the servers. While logged into the servers, again, you have to give your domain name / your username. They will provide you the username. Hey, Sanjeev, you are the new employee in our company. Welcome to the company. Welcome to the happy onboarding and all. Then they, after 1 week or 10 days, Sanjeev will get an email with his credentials. These are your credentials. By using these credentials, you can log into the servers. They will clearly mention in the mail. Okay, so let's try to give password for Subhani. While creating Subhani account, I gave one password, right? That password I have to give. The username and password is incorrect. Okay, let me give again. Done. See guys, how he is able to log in. Even though he's not a member of lusrmgr.msc screen, still he is able to log in. Not only Subhani, Praveena can log into this machine. Roja can log into this machine. Sanjeev can log into this machine. They can log into the other 2 machines also, node 2 also. These 4 members can log in. Even though they are not members of the local users group, still they are logged into this machine. Why? Because these machines are added to the domain. No need to create 4 Subhanis, okay, or 4 users. No need to create 4 users in the node 1. No need to create 4 users in the node 2. As I have created 4 users in the Active Directory, these 4 users can access my node 1 and node 2, guys. This is how the access will work. Is it clear now? What is the advantage of Active Directory? Everyone?
Maintenance is very, very fast.
Easy. Yes, correct. Okay. Otherwise, Sanjeev got a job in Google. Sanjeev has to access 1000 servers. Now Sanjeev user has to be created in 1000 servers. It might take 1 month or 2 months. We don't know. Or by using automation, it might take 1 week. So that's why we are going to overcome all these issues by using your Active Directory, guys. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Sir, we are able to connect to node 1 and node 2 because we have the same domain name.
Correct. Correct. Yes, any doubt in that?
I mean, even though we don't have those two users in those two nodes.
Correct. That is the advantage of Active Directory. As node 1 and node 2 part of Active Directory, whatever users you have created in the Active Directory, they are able to access the servers.
My
But you can
question is,
restrict them. But you can restrict them. Yes, please.
my question is it because of IP address or domain name?
Domain.
Both.
See, IP address will help you to communicate with each other, but they are part of one family member now. Node 1 and Node 2 are part of the google.com domain family. Now these three servers, your Active Directory, Node 1 and Node 2, all are family members now. The three became family members now. Now they can communicate with each other.
Yes.
Okay, let's reconnect, guys. Let's reconnect. It is showing 1 minute.